welcome to another episode of Spoiler Appetite. My name is Tristan, and today is going to be more of a catch-up day. And what better way to do it than to have a very special guest on the show? Um, the gentleman sitting next to me has always been, an influence. He's been there from the beginning because he is my father. Please welcome my father.
Hi there. My name's Chris. I think you left that off.
Alrighty.
But you can call me Dad.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
don't call me Dad. You can call me Dad, but they can call me Chris.
Yeah, okay. So, since it is going to be a catch-up day, I thought I wrote some notes since, there's been a lot of stuff has happened since last time. So, today, why don't we just get into it? I think we should start off with your favorite character, Deadpool. So, the trailer, obviously you've seen it. Did you see both the red band and the green trailer?
I think I've only seen the red band.
Okay. I mean, that's the way to go. So, what are your thoughts on it? I mean,
it looks really good so far, and it looks like they're really staying true to the character. That's my number one pet peeve is when they take a comic book character and they pull them into a movie, and they have to make all these concessions for the movie so it becomes more saleable and for the general public and whatnot. But Deadpool seems pretty much on the mark so far, and they're not holding anything back, and it's looking like it's going to be just like the comic book, which is really refreshing to see because, it's little things that get to me, whether it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, having little things in his wrist where the webs shoot out rather than the web shooters,
right.
which is like just classic Spider-Man, But so far, I can't wait for Deadpool. Might be the first movie I ever go to, like at a midnight showing.
I know it's been it's since the beginning, since X-Men Origins Wolverine, just a bad taste in the mouth with Deadpool.
Deadpool wasn't in that movie.
Yeah, he was. Well, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Actually, in the movie, and I guess you can do this on a technicality and say that in the movie they referred to him as the Deadpool.
Yeah.
He made a great Wade Wilson, though.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about that. It's just crazy how this project, since the beginning, Ryan Reynolds always wanted to do this character, get a movie just for him. And it's been, a long ride. And then we get that test footage, which was, I don't know if you saw it, but that was pretty interesting. And if you have seen that footage is in the movie.
Yeah, that was their little animated test footage, according to them, and I think that was intentional. They said it was leaked, but I think it was intentionally leaked.
Yeah.
Just kind of test the waters and see what kind of response they'd get with regards to Deadpool. But yeah, that what's funny about that is the first thing you see in that leaked test footage, the animation one, is he's sitting up on the bridge with his little coloring book and whatnot, just kind of singing to himself. And then when they do the trailer, a little teaser trailer, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they took that scene, that was actually part of their plan from the beginning,
right?
And made that scene live action. I only wish in the trailer you got to see the entire scene play out because you don't.
Right. It's gonna be good, no doubt about it. It's gonna be great. I don't see how this cannot make money because the fan base is just large.
Yeah, I think there's a good fan base for Deadpool, and I think that it's not going to be an Avengers Age of Ultron thing.
Yeah.
And since it does have an R rating, you're going to get parents that just aren't going to let their kids go see it.
Right.
And things like that. Because if they don't, it's probably best that little kids aren't seeing Deadpool.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, the character, the comic book, it's one where it's really more for an adult audience.
Yeah.
And no doubt the movie's going to do well.
Yeah.
And I know they're already thinking about, the scenario for the second movie.
Yeah.
But Deadpool is the kind of thing where I don't go looking for stuff on the internet about it because it hurts because have to wait so long for it.
It's coming out in February. It's not far.
No, it's still far from me.
Yeah. So it's just I don't know, like Deadpool is gonna be really interesting. I mean, the fact that Ryan Reynolds' like comic book career, like he's been in Blade, Green Lantern, X-Men Origins.
Ryan Reynolds was Blade?
No, he played a character in Blade.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, like, there's this meme that says you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become another hero, which has happened to so many other actors who've actually played a comic book character. And I think Ryan Reynolds has, like, is top number one. Like, he's probably the luckiest one.
Why? Because he's got to do what he wanted to do?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think not only is it luck, but I think he really worked his butt off to get to that point where he could do this project.
Yeah, and the whole R rating thing is just, you don't do Deadpool without an R rating. I mean, going back to the source material, it's been like very, like you said, it's very adult and not really for kids. So
yeah, without an R rating, you wouldn't get the full Deadpool experience. And Marvel's had some R-rated movies in the past, but they kind of distanced themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Knights, and but the good thing about Deadpool is that if they can bring an R-rated movie to the screen that is successful, a Marvel character, then they can do the same with other titles in the future, like The Punisher.
Right.
Now, Last Punisher was great. I have no problems with it.
The Ray Stevenson Punisher.
Yep. But it would be nice if you could get to a point where you could have, you have all these Marvel movies that are tying together.
Yeah.
And it would be nice if you can get to a point where you can actually tie in Deadpool and the Punisher.
Yeah.
And I know you can't have like a PG-13 movie.
Right.
Throw the Punisher and Deadpool in there, let them be their complete selves, but at least you can pull them into the universe and kind of, dare I say, censor them a little bit, but still get them into the big, into the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So they're not just kind of standing out there. Like, Last Punisher movie is great, but it's complete standalone.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with Spider-Man movies; they're just complete standalones.
Yeah.
And I think the smartest thing that Marvel did was to bring the Marvel universe to the big screen,
mm-hmm.
rather than just bringing a piece here and a piece there and nothing ties together.
Right.
I mean, who would have thought that Guardians of the Galaxy would have been as big as it was? And as entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't know much about Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest. But, I'm like, I guess I'll see it. It's a Marvel movie. Holy crap. That was a great movie.
I was the same way, too. And when you texted me about it, I was just like, man. Because I really wanted to see it with you and to see what your reaction was. And then when I saw it, I was just like, wow. Like, because there's, like, some people said that it's kind of like Star Wars for, people who aren't into Star Wars. It's like Star Wars for younger people and whatnot of this generation, basically. And I kind of agree with it, but nothing really beats Star Wars in my mind. But yeah, I totally get why people say that.
I don't see the parallel. Well, maybe I could. But I wouldn't compare Guardians of the Galaxy to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a departure from what you're used to seeing because, with Marvel movies, it's special powers and it's here on Earth. Maybe something else takes place off Earth, but that's not the main focus.
Yeah.
I mean, this entire movie was pretty much, off-world. And, but, they took something that was totally foreign to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking it's probably totally foreign to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they made a great movie out of it. And they introduced some great characters along the way. And you know where it's heading. And it's just like, you know what? That was just, it's necessary in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it was just done so well. And so getting back, kind of bringing it back together, is that Marvel's done a really good job of pulling the whole universe together.
Right.
Surprised to see Colossus and Deadpool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad there's some X-Men in there.
Mm-hmm.
Why Colossus? I'm not sure. I think I saw something where they said it's going to make sense once you see the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if it's Colossus or somebody else. That's just Deadpool's world. He runs into everybody at some point.
Yeah.
And so they've done a good job pulling everything together.
Right.
And if in the future, there's another X-Men movie, and Deadpool pops up, and not over the top R-rated itself, but
right.
PG-13, I mean, it'd be a great addition to the whole universe to have him in there. Likewise, same thing with the Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot you can do with that. And maybe if they ever come up with a good Fantastic Four concept,
which we'll get into in just like a few minutes, but talking about Deadpool being an X-Men, I think you can do it. You can do him rated R in the X-Men if it's like, he can curse a lot, but just have the little bleep moments, and
that would be in Deadpool fashion.
That would be great.
Him cursing and bleep bleep.
Yeah.
And all the other characters just be like, watch your mouth, Wade, and they'd be like, oh, don't worry, they can't hear me. Right? You can't hear me, can you? Nah, all you see is little bleepy bleeps.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. Speaking of Marvel movies, I just want to get this out of the way. So, Fantastic Four. From the beginning, it seemed like everybody was just hitting hard on this movie, saying it's not going to be good, not giving the movie a chance before we get to see it. And it's crazy because at one point I read articles that it's going to be a found footage movie, and I was just like, I was so like, no, I don't know how you do a superhero movie in a found footage way, but yeah, nobody wants to see that. And the fact that I read another article that said the Fantastic Four is not going to be based off of the comics, and I was just like, how do you do that? But luckily, the director was saying, this Fantastic Four is basically based off the Ultimate comics, the Ultimate Fantastic Four, and yeah, so that was okay. I mean, I just had to know, like, did you read anything about the Fantastic Four while it was being made?
No, so Fantastic Four, never one of my, was never one of the comic books I read when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't all that meh to me.
Yeah.
I love the Human Torch.
Yeah.
To me, that would be an awesome power to have. I mean, just, anytime you can fly, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm British, that's why. Anyway, anytime you can fly, that's awesome. And fire is just a great power to have, too.
Yeah.
So, it's not that I don't like them. I like the Fantastic Four. And they've popped up in my comics from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they just can't seem to get a good Fantastic Four movie.
Now, you didn't see the movie, but I did, right?
Right. I didn't. If it happens to come on one night at like midnight on like some obscure channel,
yeah.
No, I probably will watch it. It'll probably hit Netflix at some time.
Yeah.
Or Amazon.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it, and I might enjoy it.
Yeah.
For me, watching a comic movie, there's instances where you have to let go of what should be, and just watch the movie and see if you can enjoy it.
Right.
And so going back to Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man, the changes they made, hated it. However, when I let go, I can watch the movie and enjoy it.
Right.
However, you get to that last Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And something that they called Venom that was not Venom in the least bit way that I know Venom to be.
Yeah.
And they totally destroyed it.
Yeah.
And that's something that should have gone back for a rewrite.
Right.
And the thing is that what they didn't realize is that if they had done Venom right, then Venom could have spun off into its own movie.
Yeah.
And then you could have pulled in, you have to get an R rating for this one, but you could have pulled in, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Cletus Cassidy.
Oh,
is also known
Carnage.
as Carnage.
Yeah.
Right, bring Carnage in the movies. But they totally destroyed Venom in that movie, what he should have been.
Yeah.
And if you like a good tie-in
in
the comic books, how did they ultimately defeat Venom and the symbiotes? A sonic gun created by Reed Richards.
Holy crap.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
See, that's how they pop up in places.
Right.
But, I haven't seen the movie, so I really can't speak to it.
Right.
I'm not happy that they changed, the thing with the whole Human Torch and everything. When it comes to the comic books, I like to see things that I read that I'm used to. I like to see them come to the screen.
Right.
Now, if it's from the Ultimate Universe and I'm not familiar with that, hey, that's fine. I totally can understand it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm going to the movies going, hey, I don't fully understand this, but what I will do is some research ahead of time and see if everything kind of matches up with it.
Right. Like that's what I always say. Like just because don't always accuse someone who's a racist just because a comic book character is like they have their race changed. It's because some of those people who read the comics have probably never seen a black Johnny Storm, and so. But talking
Well,
about the movie,
hmm
I saw it I think opening day, and it's so funny because I like before I went to go see the movie, I saw all these reviews, and then I see this tweet by the director. He said basically this isn't my movie. Like I had a better version, and the studio just basically took it away from me. And when you see the movie, like the first half is good, and a little minor spoiler, but when you get to there's a 1 year transition, and when it goes to the 1 year transition, goes downhill, goes completely downhill, and and surprisingly, there's not enough fight scenes. There's only like three that I can remember. And the last battle, I hate to disappoint anyone who wants to see this movie, but it's not good at all. I don't know what happened, but and Doom was okay. Like his look was very. I thought it made sense because they do, like when they get their powers, it does show how Doom basically gets his look, and it made sense to me. I mean, I didn't think he looked all that bad, but just I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Oh, again, you go back to like people that want to see that, and I'm guessing that Doom looked different from his normal self.
I mean, I guess he did, but I don't know. I can't really speak. I mean, I know what he looks like in the comics, but I think in the movie, he kind of looks the same, but kind of doesn't. I don't know. People just had, I don't know. Like people were just like so upset with the look, and it's just like I thought he looked cool. I thought he looked very interesting, and I will say when the first trailer came out, it like I liked that it was different. It felt very different. Didn't really feel like your Marvel movies like the Avengers or Captain America. It felt very different, very sci-fi, and not like it felt like The Dark Knight, where it wasn't necessarily like a comic book, but it was a comic book, but it was more of like a thriller, and that's what I got from the trailer. And when I see the movie, some of the stuff in the trailer isn't in there. Like the thing,
Seriously?
yeah, like the thing coming out of the plane and smashing down, not in the movie. And it's just like, why? Like I don't like once you agree to like a studio agrees what they want and what the director wants, you stick to it. You don't like, and then when you go into filming, you don't necessarily change everything that you had in store. Like
Well,
I don't.
it depends on the project.
I mean,
Look, at the end of the day, whoever holds the money, if they feel that their money is not being spent wisely, there's two options. Either you change
hmm
to the people that have the money, or the people who have the money pull the money, and your project's dead.
yeah,
Now, I have no clue what happened on the movie or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you know, it's not uncommon, and of course I can't think of one at the moment, but there are movies all the time where they start filming and they realize what they've got on paper is not working,
right.
and they'll do major rewrites.
hmm
And you always get into a tough area, I would think, when you're trying to do rewrites in the middle of production while you're on the set.
Yeah.
Um, but not sure what happened with it. But Fantastic Four is a great name in the comic book world,
Yeah.
and that would be the reason why they're working on a second one.
Right.
Same cast
Which
supposedly.
is
But when it comes to Fantastic Four, like I said, not a huge fan of them,
right.
and I might get laughed at right now. But the other Fantastic Four movies they did, a couple of years back before this one, or
Yeah.
however long it's been,
hmm
I liked those.
hmm
I mean, maybe it wasn't the greatest story, but to sit down and watch those, it was entertaining. And I
Right.
enjoyed it. And maybe part of it is that I'm not such a huge Fantastic Four fan. Maybe there are things that I would have, picked up on had I been a huge fan.
hmm
But for me to just sit down and watch them, they were entertaining to me.
Very. I mean,
So,
and the fact that they're making a second one is just like, it's crazy because the box office came in like the first like when it hit Monday like after the weekend, it made 16.9 million, and
Oof.
Wow. I was just, and when I heard they're gonna make a second one, I was just like, don't do this. Like, you're gonna just, who's gonna see this movie? I mean, I'll see it just because I like the cast and, just because that beginning part was good before the 1 year transition. I mean, that was good.
Well,
Everything else, not so much.
you said who was the director that was the director you said it wasn't his movie that he wanted to do?
Right. He basically tweeted out, like, this wasn't my movie. Like, a year ago, I had a great idea for this movie, and now but this isn't my movie, basically.
Well, maybe the next one will be his movie.
I don't know. I mean, after you tweet something, because I don't think the studio is going to hire him again after what he said.
Yeah, you're probably right. But because that really takes away from the credibility of the movie when the director's like, "Damn, this is a piece of crap."
Yeah. I mean, there were so many reports that on the set there were so many problems with the director and stuff, and he was trashing the building he was like living in and whatnot, and there were so many reports saying the studio was taking too much control, and honestly after watching that movie it's just like I buy those rumors, like I buy it. Just
Well, I'll tell you this. Remember what I said before about the money?
yeah.
So, if you believe in the Fantastic Four, and like I said, it's a rock solid name in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
If you're the person backing the movie, you're the money man.
Yeah.
And you do your homework.
Yeah.
And you get a good director, you get a good writer, and you kind of test the waters with it before you go full blown in production.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the right people in place, that second movie can be a great movie.
Yeah.
It's all about what you bring to the table to make that movie.
Right.
But if you're sitting there and you've got some sort of screwy contract that says you have to make a second one, and you want to rush another one,
Yeah.
just go straight to video with it, because so far Fantastic Four, the last one made, I think it was 165 million worldwide, and the budget has got to be at least that. So they probably lost money on this.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to see a huge swell in DVD sales to make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, yeah, you can do a second movie, but you gotta do it right, and it's gotta be better than the first. And if you gotta start from scratch and you do another reboot,
Mm-hmm.
just keep the origin story at a minimum.
Right.
I mean, and I don't mind if they fast forward a year or two or whatever, where you see them in everyday life and what they're dealing with and things like that. To me, that's great. I don't always need to see an hour and 45 minutes of the origin story and how we got to this point.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, movies where you just, the opening scene, you're in the thick of it, you're in the middle of some sort of crazy fight, and you just know there's a great fight scene on the screen.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there going, well, where'd they come from?
Yeah.
No. Because once that fight is over, you're going to get into something, you're going to learn more, and you're going to be pulled in, and if it's a good story, you're not going to worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, we all want to see where they all come from. I mean, I do like the origin information, but I don't need like half the movie to be the origin and how we got there kind of thing. And if we got to see Spider-Man's origin one more time, I'm going to kill myself.
I mean, how would you feel about, obviously, wouldn't you love to see Fantastic Four go back to Marvel Studios and Disney?
Yeah, because it seems like they've got a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the guy's name, but there's one guy who's responsible for coordinating everything.
Kevin Feige?
Sure. I don't remember. So he's the head guy at Marvel that says yay or nay to everything.
Right.
And he's coordinating everything. That man should be paid handsomely well.
Yeah.
Because he's done an amazing job.
Now, would you stay with me on this? What would you want to see Fantastic Four as in the movies or as a TV show? Because after just thinking about it, I think TV show could work, and then transition them into like Avengers, something like that.
A TV show could work. I mean, we've definitely seen. I'll be the first one to tell you. When I heard that Arrow was coming to TV, I'm like, oh, and here comes the Flash. Yawn. Whatever. However, both those TV shows have been amazing.
Yeah.
And extremely entertaining and very well done. So, can you take a Fantastic Four to the TV screen? I'm not sure, but whatever you do, you got to get it right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the budget goes up now that you got 4 superheroes you got to worry about and all their powers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but I don't know. I don't think I'd care one way or the other, to
Right.
be honest. I just want to know that, again, not the biggest Fantastic Four fan, but I'm a huge Marvel fan.
Right.
So I would want to see that whatever screen they appear on next, I would want to see it done right.
Yeah.
Give me a reason to go, oh, can't wait for the next one.
Right.
I haven't even seen Deadpool yet. I'm like, I can't wait for Deadpool Part 2.
Yeah.
I mean, just Deadpool.
All right. So last one for the movies of Marvel, basically, and it comes from the same studio that made Fantastic Four, X-Men Apocalypse. Now, have you seen any photos? I mean,
Yes, I have.
Okay. So.
Apocalypse, very iconic character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Apocalypse in my head right now, blue and gray. I can't describe it. I'm not great at that, but I have a very distinct picture in my head what Apocalypse looks like.
Yeah.
And yes, Apocalypse does change over time, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a very distinctive looking face, and they did not capture that in the pictures that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the pictures I've seen are not the final Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to change and get there.
That's what people are saying.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that, people that are making the movie saw the reaction to the pictures and are like, oh crap, all right, evolve him some more or something.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, they're defending those pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm like, And you know what? We finally get Jubilee.
Yeah.
Where the hell's Wolverine?
Who knows? I mean, he might be in it. I mean, Hugh Jackman has said he might be in it, but he just doesn't know. I mean, well, because I know they're done filming, which is like, how do you add him in? I mean, if he's not going to be in it, then...
No, he could just be misleading you, but...
yeah.
He said he was doing it one more time.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to... His last appearance as Wolverine better not be in the Apocalypse movie.
Yeah.
If the last time... if he had done it, if he would do it, if they get to the Age of Apocalypse movies, and I say movies because I don't want to see the Age of Apocalypse in one movie.
Right.
That was like probably my favorite all-time comic book series.
Basically, just break it up into 3 parts.
3 parts, 2 parts, whatever it takes, because I think you have a great storyline there to work with. And for people that know all the characters, in that timeline, some of the good guys are bad guys.
Yeah.
And for people who know the comic book and they know the characters, they're going to love to see that.
Yeah.
For people who don't know the characters, stuff like that, they're not going to know any different. If you have a good story, it's a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff that I know nothing about. And you see the movie and it's just awesome. And then you learn, oh yeah, this is based on a comic or this is based on that, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, if it's well done, it's well done.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
I mean, regardless, yes, Apocalypse does look funny looking. Because in the set photos, at one point on the cover, he's blue. On the set photo, he looks purple. And I think it's just because of the lighting. Or it might be what you're saying, he's probably evolving. But, I mean, regardless of the look, this movie cannot fail. Because after the last one, which was... And just crazy. I mean, because...
Which one?
X-Men Days of Future Past. The reason I feel like that movie's great because it's because the same director who did the first 2 X-Men movies came back and did this one. And people had doubts. And I didn't know at the time, but after learning it, it's just the director really knows X-Men.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Days of Future Past was just woohoo.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of those storylines where they had some great material to work from and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. I thought it was great, and seeing the cast from X-Men First Class was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did a really good job with that movie, I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the Apocalypse movie. I'm hoping that I'm already looking at this movie going, okay, So Apocalypse doesn't look right. I just gotta take that, relax, and go and enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
And hopefully, the rest of the movie is good to go.
Mm-hmm.
But when your main character, the focus of everything, just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Ah, I mean, I'll never forget when I found out Hugh Jackman was going to play Wolverine, and I'm like, oh no, because last thing I'd seen with him was that movie with him and Meg Ryan, Kate and Leopold. Nah, okay. So Kate and Leopold, it was a pretty good movie. It's a romantic comedy kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not what I watch all the time, but I saw it. It was pretty good. So I get this. I'm thinking Wolverine is going to be played by this skinny guy who was just in Kate and Leopold, and I'm like, this is going off the rails real quick. But Hugh Jackman stepped up big time, and he's not the comic book version of the Wolverine that you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
The runt that weighs a couple 100 pounds and just muscles busting out and everything. But they pulled it off in the first one. I'm like, hey, you know what? That worked. I wasn't fond of those black outfits though.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. And I understand, how do you get Wolverine into his classic uniform or the blue and yellow? The blue and yellow they could have pulled off. Maybe it was too flashy for the time.
Yeah.
But whatever. But over the years, as he's played Wolverine, oh my God, he's just can't think of anybody else playing Wolverine. And I don't want to even get into the whole Tom Hardy thing.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy has a look that just isn't right for Wolverine, in my opinion. Now, size-wise and acting ability, definitely. But I want to be able to look at somebody like Wolverine, especially after Hugh Jackman has portrayed him for so many years and done it so well. And he's got that basic look of Wolverine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bit more fierceness in Wolverine that Hugh Jackman doesn't have. But hey, you're not going to have 100%.
Right.
And so, I don't know who would be a good one to play Wolverine after he's done.
Mm-hmm.
But Tom Hardy, just his look, his face, just doesn't do it for me.
Right.
And I saw somebody do like a little mock-up online somewhere, and I'm like, okay, first off, you didn't do the hair right. I mean, it looks like you just got out of the shower or just, bedhead.
Right.
And I'm like, if you're going to try and convince me that Tom Hardy will be a good Wolverine, get the picture right.
Yeah.
But anyway, totally digressing. So anyway, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see how it plays out and everything. And as far as his overall look goes, I mean, there are some things I've seen that appear to be right. And if you look closely at one of those set pictures and you look at what he should look like, it's like, those elements are there, but it doesn't look right.
Right.
And that's one of those things where I think when you're designing for the movie and you've got the look that you want, and you look at it and you're like, all the elements are there. There's that little curve that's squiggly there and this, that, and the other, but it doesn't come together properly as an entire, image. You got to scrap it and start again.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. Speaking of X-Men, did you like First Class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Well, I loved it most because, it's about Charles and Xavier. No, Charles and Magneto. It's just that, and that chemistry. It's why I love these movies so much, is because, not only is it going back in time, but you're getting that friendship that Magneto and Professor Xavier were like, they were friends, and then, but they had totally different, they viewed things differently about mutants.
They wanted to get to the same place, but they had different ideas of how to do it.
Right.
And I mean, it's one of those things that there's always been a certain level of respect.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, and Magneto's had more, I guess you'd say, tolerance or respect than you can give him credit for, because it took years for him to finally pull the adamantium out of Wolverine.
Right.
And I can't remember if this is right or not, but in my mind, the way I remember it in the comic book was, okay, Magneto's like, I've had enough of this, and just, and it's like, why did he not think of that beforehand?
Yeah.
And you gotta believe it's out of respect for Charles and their relationship, and that, they're trying to get the same place. But I also think that, and this is really tangent, but I would also think that Magneto probably thought at one time he might be able to get Wolverine on his side, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, First Class, I thought it was really good. And They picked some great actors.
Yeah.
Again, my mind is a blank, but the gentleman who played Charles,
James McAvoy.
oh my God, awesome character. I mean,
Yeah.
awesome actor. And you know, just go on Netflix or whoever has the English version of Shameless. Watch that show. That is awesome.
Mm.
And he's just an excellent actor.
So, talking about, we're gonna get into TV real quick. Arrow. Have
Mhm.
you seen the trailer, or you saw the trailer?
No, I haven't seen the trailer.
Okay, so have you seen like anything from like Diggle's new outfit?
No, I haven't seen anything. The only thing I know is that I watched a little bit of a.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was something from one of the Comic Cons or something like that,
Yeah.
and some sort of roundtable thing they had, and the interviewers asked them about the next season. They were all really kind of tight-lipped.
Yeah.
But the guy who plays Arrow made the comment that I think something to the extent that they left, they found a new home, and then they found trouble in that new
Yeah.
home, and that was about all I got. So I haven't seen any
They-
trailers or anything.
I mean, well, the trailer I felt was not very what I thought would be good, because, and the starting of it, I felt it was pretty good, and then it felt, I don't know, I guess it was just because I felt there was too much action, and it's kind of what drew me away. It's
In the
like,
trailer?
yeah, in the trailer they show a lot of action, and, I mean, when it comes to certain movies and TVs, that's not what I'm really looking for. Like, The Flash, I think they had a trailer, like a 30-second trailer, and it was more about what happens after. So with Arrow, it's just like, felt like too many action scenes and whatnot. So, I mean, granted, last season I felt was not it was not really good in my mind. I mean, it was okay, but just not the best season, because still, my favorite season is season 2, and the top season 3, they go to Ra's al Ghul, and I mean, I thought it would be better, but just not so much. I mean, there were some things in season 3 that I couldn't get over, because they called the Lazarus Pit at one point the waters and whatnot, and I was just like, just call it what it is. I mean, just call
Oh, then yeah, you get back to that whole thing about, here's the comic book, here's what it is,
it right.
but yet when we make it live action, TV or movie, we're gonna change a few things here and there.
Yeah,
And what they couldn't. I mean, even if you don't understand the story of Lazarus
yeah.
and you don't know anything about the comic book,
Mm-hmm.
if they called it Lazarus Pit, pool,
Lazarus Pit.
Lazarus
They
Pit.
finally got to it. Yeah.
All right, whatever. I mean, if you're afraid that the viewers aren't going to get the concept, find a way to incorporate it in the story and explain it.
Yeah.
There's always somebody in the story in the show that doesn't know something,
Right.
so that's fine. But the legion of fans out there are numerous that want their comic books brought to life,
Right.
real action,
Yeah.
TV, movie, and we want to see them done to the letter of the law.
Mm-hmm.
And there are times where, I'll watch a movie of some sort, and comic book movie, and I know part of the story, but maybe not the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I go looking it up. Example: Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
I think it was the Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is all this? And I look it up, and I'm like, holy crap! They're like doing it almost dead on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know everything, and when I go and I look it up, and I see that, holy crap, they're doing it right. That's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But you take little things like the Lazarus Pit and this, that, and the other, and you kind of like change a few things here and there. It's like, just kills it. Now I
Yeah.
understand like Arrow and the Flash. I think they kind of harken back to the whole
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale Batman trying to make
Yeah.
it reality.
That's what it feels like. It feels like a Batman show.
Right. And so I know you're going to change certain things, like Arrow's costume is not your classic
Right.
Arrow from DC. And there are probably people that are like pissed about it,
Mhm.
and I can relate because I'm not a big Arrow fan from the comic books and stuff like that. Television show is great.
Mhm.
I like the way they've done it. I like the character, his outfit. I like how it's evolved over time. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't just one day hit the ground running in your green tights and like, look at me.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they've done a really good job with that.
Mhm.
And the Flash also.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there are times I want to kick the TV. The one where he does the little time travel thing.
Yeah.
And everything happens, you know, they find out about who he really is, the
Yeah.
doctor, and
Oh
he
my
kisses the girl, and then,
Yeah.
oh, gotta go back in time.
Yeah.
It never happened. It's like,
Oh.
seriously?
Yeah.
But that was great. I mean, that is a classic comic book move.
Hmm.
That does not happen in real life.
Yeah.
Or at least not that we know of, because if it would happen, we wouldn't know it happened. But anyway,
Yeah.
you're like, that's real.
Yeah.
But anyway, but what was great about that is you're in that semi-real comic book world,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just all into it, and you're like, no way, he
Yeah.
just killed Cisco.
Right.
What the? And I swear to God, after that episode, I told my girlfriend all about it, and I'm like, I don't know how they're coming back from this.
Right.
And then the next episode, time travel. I'm like, oh my God. I've been reading comic books all my life. I know very well about time travel, time splits, this timeline. That. I'm like, how did I not see this coming?
Right.
But they did such a good job on that kind of like that semi-realistic side,
Yeah.
and they kind of did the whole, you know, it's a magic trick
Yeah.
where, you know, I'm over here doing this, but I'm gonna distract you by saying, hey, look over here.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're looking over here, I'm doing all this stuff over there, and then next thing you know, poof, you're like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
And I just was kicking myself the next week. I'm like, how did I not see that coming?
With Arrow, I mean, there are some things that there's only one thing that I just do not get. It's Diggle's costume. It's basically he has a metal helmet over his head. It looks goofy, but I think when you see it in action, it'll make sense. Like, it makes sense. I mean, it does, like, regardless, the helmet does look ridiculous, but it'll make sense when you see it in action. But the first look of it was just not very good, but I get it. I know where they're going with it. It's because, you know, Diggle's actually gonna, you know, not be like in the Green Arrow cave and just help Felicity and whatnot. He's gonna be out there kicking butt, because at the end, yes, that's the one. And yeah, they're saying he's I don't know the name.
Is he going to get a new name?
I mean, there's some people are speculating he's some character from the comics, and I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, then cool, sure, why not? But as far as his look, it's the helmet that kind of throws everybody off. But I think when you see it in action, it'll make sense. And you know, helmets are a good way when you're going up against someone, obviously. But yeah, that's my one thing, and that's one thing I'm just like, ugh. The other thing is the Arrow Cave. There's a concept art where they show you their new hideout, basically. And it just, I don't know, I mean, and again, going back to, it feels like it's a Batman show. The Arrow Cave looks like the Bat Cave, except there's just green everywhere.
Is there an Arrow Cave in the comic books?
No, there is not. Not that I know of, but as far as I'm concerned.
So where does
no.
he operate out of?
I think he works at his, probably his home or his industry, Queen Industry.
Now, did he never got all that back, did he?
No, he never did.
Now, in the comic book, did he ever lose it?
I don't think so. He might have, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah.
I thought the placement of the bar was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they found a bat cave.
Yeah, or they just made one. But I think John Diggle and whoever he's working with, Thea, they probably made up the Arrow Cave. Or no, because I read somewhere someone said from the show that in the beginning, Diggle still isn't gonna forgive Oliver for what he did in the last season.
Right.
So, I mean, I guess the cave will come in later on in the season. So, I mean, that's those are my two only like I don't understand, but I'll get over it.
Well, again, a little bit of suspension of reality there,
Yeah,
and you let go of what you know with the comic book, which for Arrow I don't know anything, so
yeah,
works for me.
hmm
But it's and it could also be like Ben Affleck playing Batman.
yeah,
No, what the heck are you talking about?
yeah,
And then a little while later, you see him in the outfit. You see him on screen. You're like, oh, great choice, great choice.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so I was wrong back then. So I've
Yeah.
learned that when things seem to not make sense,
yeah,
when you hear about them, it's like, just wait till the movie or the show and see how it actually works out. Maybe it'll be a good thing.
yeah,
And hey, people can have caves. Not it's not Batman who's limited to having a cave.
yeah.
Though the
I mean,
Batcave is very iconic.
Yeah, but I'm letting that go. I'm just gonna let that go, and I'm glad. The suit looks great, and the fact that they're finally calling him Green Arrow.
Oh, they are.
Yes,
Okay.
it's finally. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it before, but it would have been nice. It's like, when he's gonna start being called Green Arrow? They're finally getting to it, so that's exciting. And they say this season's gonna be a lighter tone, so I'm hoping, if they are, which I don't think they will, but if they make Green Arrow kind of a jokester the way he is in the comics, that would be fantastic.
Oh, he's a jokester in the comics?
Yeah, he's very jokey and whatnot.
Really?
Yeah, he's very sarcastic and jokey and
Oh
whatnot.
my god. 'Cause
Yeah.
in the TV show, he's super serious.
Yeah. I mean, again,
Really?
he's very jokey and whatnot. He loves to make jokes. I could give you an example, like in Justice Gods Among Us. If you play the story, whenever Green Arrow shows up, and he's very sarcastic, that's him in the comics. And so, I mean, another example is the TV show, the cartoon TV show that came out 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So I'm hoping he's cracking jokes, or not all the time, but getting that sense that it is a lighter season, like it's a lighter tone.
How do you take the current Arrow and make him lighter and jokey?
I have no idea.
I mean, he was pretty. You see those episodes of The Flash where Flash and Arrow team up together.
Yeah.
Barry's like making a joke, ha ha ha, and meanwhile I was like, nah, shut up. You got a job to do. Get to work. I mean, he's uber serious.
Yeah.
And you never really see him laugh or smile or anything for the most part. I mean, and I guess maybe you're right about lighting it up, but I mean, season 1 was, very serious, being stranded on the island and everything you went through and all the flashbacks and all that stuff was going on and whatnot. But I mean, that is such a departure from what you're saying him as far as being jokey and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna transition to The Flash. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm loving everything that I've seen, from seeing Jay Garrick, the new Flash suit where the Flash suit where he has the white background on the lightning. So that's exciting. I'm just loving everything that we're seeing. But there was a 30-second trailer, and so I'm guessing. So in this season, he's gonna have a flash signal. Whenever people need him, they turn on the flash signal, and it's just like, okay.
Would that be the flashlight?
No, it's a flash signal. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, you missed that joke, I think.
Yeah, I probably did.
The flashlight.
Yeah.
Okay, just check.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The flash signal. I mean, yeah. First time I saw it, I was like, why? And then just got over it, because I thought, I like the way they always contacted him. I mean, what's her face, Iris? How he contacted the Flash was by sending him some kind of message or a blog, basically.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be a good way to, hey, we need this help and whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean,
but
what if you missed the blog?
Yeah.
banks being robbed.
Right.
You read the blog too late.
Right.
And, I mean, you know.
But then again, at the end of the season 1, Iris already knows who he is, and so what if someone else needs help? So I guess the Flash signal makes sense, and the fact that WWE superstar Edge is Atom Smasher, that's crazy.
Is that a good thing?
I mean, I haven't really seen him act, but since WWE is fake, I think he can do it. So far it looks good, so it's gonna be interesting, and he does look. I mean, he does look like the Atom Smasher with the suit on and whatnot, and so very looking forward to this show more than Arrow.
Really?
Yeah, because I've always said I like Flash more because it is serious, but it's not like Arrow serious, and it's not like it's totally different from Arrow, where it's like, yes, it's serious, but it still can be fun in a way. In Arrow, it's like nothing's ever fun. Nothing is fun.
Oh, no kidding. They try to joke around. He's like,
yeah,
we got work
exactly.
to do. We got work to do.
And that's why I like the Flash more, because he's a younger person and he's just having fun and whatnot. But
well, Barry Allen was always very full of himself and not taking things very seriously, right?
I think yeah. I just cannot believe we're getting into multiverses in this season, apparently, because then we have Wally West is going to be in it, and Jay Garrick's going to be in it. Now, Jay Garrick, I don't know if you know this, but he's the first Flash, and so to see him come into this season is just going to be exciting, and I can't wait to see what Wally. Yep, that's the picture. That's him in the suit. Wally West, I can't wait to see what they do with him, especially.
He was the first Flash. Is that what you said?
No, Jay Garrick is the first Flash. The picture, the wings on the helmet, the little hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like the World War II Flash.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Jay Garrick.
He's gonna be in it.
Yeah, he's gonna be in it. So.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And I think it's because he's going to be in it. It's going to tie into the Legends of Tomorrow show, which looks pretty interesting.
I have a lot to learn.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. And like I said, Wally West, I can't wait to see what they do with him. Because Wally West is the son of Barry Allen and Iris West.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, you're gonna lose people with the whole timeline thing.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other, but it's not always all that difficult to follow. It just depends on how they do it.
Yeah.
I'm just glad. Come on, Grandpa, don't watch it because I'll be getting phone calls going, "What happened?"
Yeah. One can only imagine if they watched that show.
Nah, it's not really.
Yeah. It's not their type of show.
No, but the interesting thing supposedly is Grandpa's getting into Doctor Who.
Ooh.
And I'm like, hey, Netflix, all 8 seasons are now.
Yeah.
Doctor Who, we could a whole podcast on Doctor Who. Anyway, you don't watch it, do you?
No, not really.
Oh my God, you gotta.
I try.
Couldn't get into it?
No, it's one of those things I couldn't get into.
Now, where did you try watching from though?
From
with Christopher Eccleston?
2005.
Switch over to go ahead one season. Start with season 2.
Okay.
See if that helps.
Alrighty.
Because man, I cannot remember a single name on this podcast today. I think he played Billy. No, that's not right either. I can't think of his name, but anyway, Christopher Eccleston was the actor who played the Doctor when they kind of rebooted the series.
Oh.
And the next guy, I can't remember his name, but he.
Wasn't he in Harry Potter?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was like. I guess for everybody that started watching Doctor Who with the reboot, he was like the quintessential Doctor.
Oh.
But anyway, we're not talking Doctor Who, so we don't. Anyway.
We'll talk about that maybe one day if I get into it.
Yeah, try giving season 2 a start.
Okay.
Also because the effects got better as time went on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that as it became more popular, the BBC gave them more money to work with. So the effects got a holy cow, a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Just saw a picture of the Edge next to the Flash from the TV show, and the size difference is insane.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into Star Wars. Oh man. So yesterday we went to see. No, was it Friday or yesterday?
Today's Monday. On Saturday.
Yeah, we saw Ant-Man, and before the movie started, seeing the Force Awakens trailer in theater. I've only seen it once, and to see the second time was just, it was great. Like, trailers like that have to be seen in theaters. I just, I don't know, like, recently, I think in last month, I started finally feeling excited about Star Wars because we're so much closer now.
Just now you got excited?
Yeah, no, last month I mean. Last month I
No.
started getting exciting and
It's a generation thing because, you know, growing up, you know, seeing the original Star Wars in the theaters as a kid, because I'm that old, woohoo! To me, Han Solo is my favorite character of all time. He's a badass, he gets the lady, and he's just very, you know, sarcastic and smart. And, but he's a badass, always pulls it off somehow.
Yeah.
So anyway, after Return of the Jedi, you know, Harrison Ford had a really great career.
Yeah.
Still does have a great career.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my God, probably like 10, 15 years ago, I've been walking around every now and then telling people, I want to see Harrison Ford as Han Solo just one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Please, just one more time.
Yeah.
Let me see him. Because I cannot picture anybody else playing Han Solo.
Yeah.
And, you know, so then when they came out with the other three movies, which I know everybody didn't like them, blah, blah, but it was great to me because it filled in give you the story prior to, you know, the original A New Hope, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, so seeing those is kind of cool, but it was probably around that time I started saying I want to see Han Solo again.
Yeah.
You know, Harrison Ford as Han Solo. So anyway, when that trailer came out, I mean, when I heard they were doing them, I was like, oh, yes, 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 yes. And then I'm like, you know, and then when I heard that they're going to be in the movie, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. And then when you see that trailer,
yeah,
and he's like, we're home. I'm like, woo! I'm like, finally, I get one more shot at this.
Yeah.
Because to me, you know, when did Star Wars come out?
The first one?
Yeah.
1979,
9?
maybe? Yeah.
I think it was 79, 80. So I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. You know, and then you see Empire Strikes Back, and then you see Return of the Jedi. So to me, Han Solo is the original badass. I mean, you know, and outside of the whole realm of superheroes and superpowers,
yeah,
he's just, you know, if you read the Han Solo books, trilogy, he's a former pilot for the Imperial Navy, and his pants are the only thing that remains of his uniform with the Empire, and the stripe down the side indicates that that's his home planet, Corellia. So, anyway, but yeah, the Han Solo trilogies, I don't know if Disney's going to keep them, you know, as canon or not, but that was a good read.
Yeah. Did you hear they are going to do a Han Solo movie?
Yep.
A prequel?
Well, that would be the trilogy.
Okay.
Because it starts off with, I think it pretty much starts off with him getting tossed out of the Imperial Navy, I want to say. But then, supposedly, I say supposedly because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure the last book ends with him sitting in the cantina waiting on those idiots to show up that need a ride. So, but yeah, so when I first heard they were doing Star Wars and it's J.J. Abrams, well, you know, initially you heard that Disney took over and it's like,
yeah,
oh boy.
I thought it was
like,
the end of the world, but
well,
you told me
yeah.
they own Marvel, and then I sat back and I was just like, okay, now this makes sense. Okay.
Well, yeah, and the thing, see, and you can't give Disney all the credit for Marvel because you've got Marvel was doing this on their own before Disney took over.
Mhm.
And then you got that one guy who's just got a lot of. I wonder if they're the guy. What's his name? Who?
Kevin Feige.
I wonder if they remind him every day that with great power comes great responsibility. Because I mean that's very appropriate considering what he's juggling.
Yeah.
And that he's responsible for getting this right.
Mhm.
And I'm not taking away from any of the actors or the directors, producers, anybody that helps in making the movies.
Yeah.
But he's the one that's shaping that. So anyway, but I think that when Disney got it, it was like, okay, you got to wait and see.
Yeah.
Disney's got plenty of money behind them. They can do the right thing.
Mhm.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
And they're like, J.J. Abrams, I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Here's my money. I'm going to pay you now for the ticket because I know I'm going to go see it. I mean, you got J.J. Abrams. You're not going to go 100% total CGI.
Yeah.
You're kind of, this is like classic George Lucas
Right.
Star Wars,
Mhm.
and it does not get any better than that.
It's just crazy because when I heard J.J. Abrams was doing it, I initially thought Star Trek, and I'd never seen those movies before. But when I finally got around to them, I was just like, oh, now I see why people love these, and now I see why they want him. Because it very few, cannot talk today. It feels like Star Wars, more like Star Wars than Star Trek. Because Star Trek was always like, we're, exploring more than, action.
There's a lot of action in Star Trek.
I mean,
Star Trek and Star Wars have a different feeling. You're absolutely right.
yeah.
And I would disagree that J.J. Abrams' Star Trek felt more like Star Wars. I think that what you see is a more modern effects,
Mm-hmm.
this, that, and the other. J.J. Abrams brought his own take
Yeah.
on Star Trek to it. One of the things that I love about the Star Trek that he did is, have you ever noticed how bright the bridge is?
Yes.
Okay, in any other Star Trek movie, when you look at the Star Trek TV series,
Yeah.
that set was something. That was old. There wasn't a whole lot going on there.
Right.
But when you get to the movies, the bridge is not lit up like that.
Right.
But if you look at that bridge, I mean, there's got to be a gajillion lights on that set.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the brightest white you've ever seen anywhere.
Yeah.
And, if somebody had told me, hey, this is what they're going to do for the concept of the bridge, I'd be like, you're nuts. However, it works
Yeah.
so brilliantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that pretty much he does a really good job with what he brings to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was expecting a lot from J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
And he delivered. From what I've seen in the trailers,
Yeah.
he's delivered.
Yeah.
And there's a whole concept of, the story's continuing after Jedi,
Yeah.
but you can see how things are evolving.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're just continuing that same Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
It's evolving in
Yeah.
a big way. And there's, we're seeing different stormtroopers and different TIE fighters and this, that, and the other. And, my only knowledge of what I have so far is from what I've seen in toys in the store.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's accurate, but I know sometimes when you go from movie to toy, sometimes there's some differences.
Yeah.
So, you gotta wait for the movie to see what's what, but it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
And, music is a very powerful tool for bringing out emotions.
Yeah.
And, when you hear certain classic Star Wars sounds and you're watching that trailer,
Yeah.
I mean, you're just like, oh, you just, woohoo!
Yeah.
It's like, it's amazing. It's like, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see more Star Wars movies.
Right.
And I like the prequels, probably the only one will actually admit that,
Yeah.
but they weren't Star Wars caliber.
Right.
They were good for telling the story. Certain things here and there could have been done better, I'm
Mhm.
sure. But hey, from those stories
Yeah.
came Darth Maul,
Yeah.
one of my favorite Sith of all time. I mean, he didn't deserve to get cut in two. That's all I'm gonna
Right.
say.
He does come back in the Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV show.
Yeah, he's got robotic bottom, right?
Yeah.
Is it 2 legs or like 4
I think
or
it's
6?
I think it's two,
Oh, okay.
and then and then I think when you just casually like walking around, it's four.
Oh, okay.
So
Casually walking, he's got four legs, but when he's fighting, he's got two.
yeah,
That makes no sense.
yeah. I like the prequels because for one, I grew up with them, and yes, I can see why people hate them so much. Because there are times when I watch them, some of the acting is just wow. That's not what I would expect. It's just like it doesn't seem like they're trying or whatever. But honestly, prequels or the originals, I'm going with the originals. Always. I mean, it's it's just much better.
There's no question on that.
Yeah.
There just isn't. The prequels did not have the feel of the original,
Right.
and from the trailer of the one that's about to come out,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like the original.
Mhm.
And I think there are some things that are probably done in the movie to draw on your emotions and nostalgia to
Yeah.
help bring that back. But I have a lot of faith in J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
I'm sure he makes a gajillion dollars a movie,
Mhm.
but it's well earned
Yeah.
because if you don't have the story told properly,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
And the prequels is a good example of that.
Mhm.
So J.J. Abrams on board,
Yeah.
Harrison Ford back as Han Solo.
Yeah.
You got Mark Hamill again, Luke,
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher. It's funny, I can't remember anybody else's names, but I know all the people in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But Star Wars is just for me, it's one of those movie franchises that you grew up with,
Mhm.
and everybody saw Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then for me, in my 20s, I met a lot of people that were big fans of Star Wars, and they had Star Wars this, they had Star Wars that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's never really died. We've been carrying a torch for Star Wars forever,
Yeah.
and so now to finally see continuation after Jedi,
Yeah.
it's like, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I said something to somebody, I'm like, yeah, well, the Empire's been defeated, so what now? And they're like, yeah, it didn't just like end overnight. I'm like, okay, I'm a moron. Thank you. Good point. Where's it gonna go?
Yeah.
But curious to see what they keep is in the story
Yeah.
as compared to what's been in the books and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I love that the fact that there's nothing like really you can tell what the story's going to be like. Like it's so kept secret, and I love that we kind of saw Princess Leia or Queen Leia, and we saw Han Solo, but you don't see Luke Skywalker, and that's what I hope they keep. Whenever if they release another trailer, don't show Skywalker. I want to know what this.
Him?
I mean, we saw his hand, but we don't know what. Like, we don't know what he's been up to. Like, we don't know. Like, with all the other characters, we don't know what's going on. We don't know why there's this new order and whatnot. And you don't really see Skywalker as much as with the other characters. And so, I like that it's very secret. You don't know what's going to happen. So.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, yeah, I do, but then I'm like, okay, so you made the comment that all the books and stories they wrote afterwards are out.
Yeah.
It's not canon.
Yeah.
So whatever Disney makes going forward is canon, and I'm like,
But like you said, they could grab those books and make them canon into this new Star Wars.
they should grab the concepts and
Yeah.
make them canon. Like Luke restoring the open up a school for Jedi's, and Han and Leia having twins,
Yeah.
boy and a girl, both strong within the Force.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's Luke saying in the trailer, the Force is strong. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's an
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just love that. They show that, as he's talking, they show the different scenes and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of fat geeks, 40 in their 40s and 50s, crying when that movie opens up.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And that's a movie I will not go to the opening midnight premiere, just because long lines, and just the craziness.
You're going to hear, get out of here, kid. You got to be like 40 and up for this.
Yeah. Just 3 more months.
I think I want to go and watch all the crazies that are there dressed up in their costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say crazies.
You know, ultimate.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's going to be like, people dressed up all around the country for this thing or not.
I can't. Yeah, pretty sure everyone. Well, not everyone, but
Not everyone, but I think you'll find
Yeah.
people there. Probably find like 20 Darth Vader helmets.
right. Speaking of more catching up, this is not really a big thing, but I just thought we could talk about this. This is the Green Lantern movie title, which is called Green Lantern Corpse. Green Lantern Corpse, I think it's called, or I'm not sure what it was called, but it came from San
Corpse.
Diego. Yeah.
Corpse.
Yeah.
Lantern, Corps. Is that what you found?
I have no idea. All I did was just wrote down Green Lantern movie title.
Well, what's the title?
I have no idea. I think it's called Green Lantern Corpse. That's what I mean, it was a while ago.
You know what a malaprop is?
No.
Really?
No idea.
You ever hear of Lady Malaprop from like acting class and things like that?
Maybe. May have heard of it.
Well, forget about it. Let's look at another time. So wait a minute. So there is a new Green Lantern movie on the way?
Yeah. WB did release a slate of movies that they're coming out with.
So there should be a
There's a Green Lantern coming out in 2019, I think.
2019.
Yeah, that's what they said. Or I'm still getting this.
Like we gotta get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not even listed on. Oh, there it is. 2020.
Oh my God.
Green Lantern. You
Cool.
want to say the word?
Green Lantern. Well, it's not pulling up. Green Lantern Corpse. Okay, so I was right.
No.
I just forgot the S.
No.
What did I forget now?
We don't have. We got 4 divisions primarily of the military:
Yeah.
Army, Navy,
Mm-hmm.
Air Force, and
Army, Navy, Sea, Air Force? No.
Army, Navy, Air Force, and
Military?
no, they make up the military.
Oh.
The Marines,
Marines.
and it's the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you spell Corps. C-O-R-P-S.
Oh.
So it's the Green Lantern Corps.
Oh.
Or Green Lantern Corps. I just said Lantern. Oops.
So
what about it?
That's the official movie title for it. Are you you're probably not a big Green Lantern.
No, but I do find, as I've learned a little bit more, I find it really interesting because, green, red, yellow, blue, there's pretty much one for every color.
They represent an emotion, basically. Well, not an emotion, but, they represent something. I recently started reading Green Lantern, preferably the Jeff Johns. Anything Jeff Johns has done is I'll read, because there's not one comic book from him that just doesn't disappoint. So basically, I'm hoping in this movie, since it is the Green Lantern Corps, there's going to be more Green Lanterns. I hope it will be. Of course, it has to be Hal Jordan and John Stewart. They're both from Earth, but I would really love to see if they could, mention the other corps. Like green represents will, yellow represents fear, red represents anger, blue represents hope, pink is love, orange is greed. There's 2 that I'm missing that I forget, but I'm looking forward to this. I hope it's it's good. It's I know it's gonna be dark, of course, but I hope it's really good, better than the last one, because for some reason, when you see a movie first, with me, I'm always like, yeah, it's good. Like with Green Lantern, for example, I thought it was just the greatest thing ever, but then, you watch it now, you understand it more. It's just like bad movie. I don't blame.
Why is it a bad movie?
I think it's just because of the villain and because the suit, CGI. I mean, it looked good, but the mask was just didn't really need that. I mean,
What do you mean you didn't need the mask?
everything The mask was CGI basically, and
The mask was CGI?
yeah, it was CGI.
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But yeah, I don't think Ryan Reynolds was the problem. I think it's because it's the script, it's the story basically. But they did get the origin right, which was good.
Oh, you know the Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern Corps is a comic book, or was a comic book at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And they showed all of them in Ryan Reynolds' movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they did show the core, but they didn't show the other cores.
No, they didn't show the
Right.
different colors and stuff. But is it Sinestro
Sinestro, yes.
at the end?
Yeah.
I was so excited. 'Cause I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a second movie,
Yeah.
and he's gonna turn. It's gonna
Mhm.
be good. And it
Yeah.
never happened.
Yeah, which was like, I mean, that movie came out same year that Dark Knight Rises. I think it was 2012. And so I felt like that was a movie, that could have opened up its DC cinematic universe, but of course, I don't know why they made that movie, honestly.
DC didn't have their stuff together yet,
Right.
and you have an option.
Mm-hmm.
You can either release a whole bunch of different standalone movies,
Yeah.
or you can pull what Marvel is doing and do the universe thing. And the comic books don't stand alone.
Right.
And for the most part, you can read comic book and it's pretty much those characters, but everything gets pulled in here and there. And I'm not sure if they still do it now because I quit buying comic books a while back. But
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, back in the '90s, it's the worst thing ever. It's like, yeah, I'm reading Wolverine, and it's like, oh, look at this. There's and actually, it was usually the X-Men.
Oh.
It was the X-Men. One of the X-Men comic books, because back then there was a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're reading the Uncanny X-Men, and it's like, there's a new storyline. It's like, this will continue in Spider-Man,
Yeah.
number blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, this continues in Iron Man, number blah, blah, blah. And so you go to the comic book store, and you intend to buy just your Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you walk out with like 12 comic books, like those bastards.
Yeah.
But the story was really good. And you couldn't, because if you were reading Uncanny X-Men this month and you didn't get the other comic books,
Yeah.
and you picked up the one next month, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
You'd be lost.
Mm-hmm.
So that was their way to sell more comic books was, and they've always done it for years, I'm sure, but,
Yeah.
that's when I hated when I was collecting it. I can remember sometimes going to the comic book store twice a month, spending $60 on comics.
Yeah.
And that was when comic books were like $1.25 a pop. Not what they are today. And God, I think my first comic book was 25 cents. I'm not that old, but the price on comic books have skyrocketed. And that was, oh my God, I still have all those comic books.
Mm.
I know one day when I ever finally get my house all sorted and squared away, and I get those comic books back over here, and be like, I'm reading Mythman today. There's I've got comic books you've never heard of, and the Mythman is like one of the greatest ones ever, and tons of G.I. Joe and everything like that. But anyway, so pulling it back, I think you've got to do, when you have all these great characters and all these great properties, you really need to do a universe concept, and you need to have somebody like Kevin
Feige
who can keep watch over it and pull it together, make sure it goes in the same direction.
I think they do have one.
Now, like Batman versus Superman.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say it looks like they're getting the idea of that concept,
Mm-hmm.
and I think DC had a few attempts at it.
Yeah.
And I know that the Justice League was supposed to, at probably one point, that was probably supposed to kick it off.
Yeah.
But didn't happen, and Superman Returns didn't do all that.
Yeah.
Superman Returns, and we say goodbye.
Yeah.
But you've got to have that concept of the standalone movies are good to a degree,
Mm-hmm.
but when you do the universe trick, just like with the comic books, you pull people in other directions to see things they normally wouldn't see.
Right.
And you are filling in the details.
Mm-hmm.
of stories and stuff like that. And even Marvel is so good at this. You know, even watching Agents of Shield, which you really need to watch that. Um, there's there's a great thing that happens anyway. They pull that into the Marvel
Yeah.
movie universe,
Yeah.
and it's a small reference, but you know it still has a slight tie into it.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that when you watch the movie and then they make a reference to it on the TV show, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you guys are some slick bastards. Thank
Yeah.
you. So.
I don't know. I mean, Green Lantern Corps, that's going to be really interesting. I think that's my. Well, I can't really put it in the list right now of which one's my favorite. Like, what am I looking forward to this whole DC cinematic slate. So, speaking of DC, Suicide Squad trailer.
Can't wait.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know. So I gotta know. What was your? You never really told me this, but what was your first reaction when you saw the Joker for the first time?
So I mean, I've seen a gajillion Jokers in my day.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really neat take on it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's one of those things where, okay, I've seen the picture, but I want to see the action.
Right.
And from what I've seen and what I remember from the trailer, he's gonna be one sick sadistic puppy.
Yeah.
And this is, you know, I don't think this is going to be a Joker you've ever seen before.
Right.
Now, Heath Ledger was pretty twisted.
Mhm.
My favorite scene in that movie was where he puts the pencil on the counter.
Oh yeah. God.
He made it disappear. But that was a very. He was twisted, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I just think this one's going to be a bit darker.
Yeah.
And you know, it appears also to be like a younger Joker.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the case or not. I mean, it's always like the Joker you see in the movies is not that he's like that much older,
Right.
but he seems to be seasoned.
Mhm.
And I'm just kind of curious if this Joker's going to be in that same vein or not. If he's going to be, you know, or yeah, I can't wait to see because I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely a different take on it, and
Yeah.
it looks really cool.
I like it. First time I saw it, the tattoos really threw me off, but every once in a while, every time I look at it, I would look at those tattoos and the Joker himself and just be like, you know, Joker's not one to sit down and get tattoos, but you know, I think they can make it work. So I like it. I especially love those teeth. Like if they don't mention, you know, how he lost his teeth, or if they do and it's not Batman basically just punched the shit out of his teeth, then you know I'm sticking with it regardless of what they say how he lost his teeth, because that makes much more sense. I love it because I also love this look because he does look like the Joker from the comics minus the tattoos. Like the hair looks great, you know.
I think it's a very modern Joker.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the tattoos, yeah, it's a total departure from what you're used to seeing, but I think in a modern telling of that story, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that tattoos indicate you're crazy or anything like that,
Right.
but I just think more and more people have tattoos nowadays, and it's a more common thing.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't know if the Joker's tattooing because he likes tattoos, if he gets some sort of sick kick out of it.
Right.
I mean, but you know, I just think it's a very modern Joker and we haven't. You don't really see that. I mean, the Joker's always the Joker.
Yeah.
There's no new take on the Joker for the most part. There might be a different approach to how the actors portray him.
Right.
You know, especially Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
But you know, you've got. It's going to be very interesting to see that in Suicide Squad.
What I also love about the movie, the look of Killer Croc. I'm so glad they went with prosthetics instead of CGI, because Killer Croc is basically like big and tall. And again, what you were saying, it's kind of, it's more modern. This is like a modern take on, Killer Croc. It's so I'm glad they did prosthetics for him.
So you're not disappointed that he's not huge?
No, not really. I mean, because he is part man, part human, and part man and part reptile. Yeah.
And so he's all man.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see how he's gonna be like in the movie. And Deadshot, I really love the mask. The outfit itself could have done better, but I guess it's coming from a tactical stand when it comes to his suit. So, and Harley Quinn, love it. Like, love it. Like, I don't know how you mess up that character, but I love it.
Anything can be messed up, trust me.
Yeah.
One word, Venom.
Yeah, that's true, but I cannot wait for this movie. And that brings us to our last catch-up of the day, which is probably my most anticipated movie next year, and that is Batman v Superman.
What's that?
Batman v Superman.
I've never heard of that.
Dawn of Justice. It's crazy. 2 years this was announced, and we're finally getting it. And again, like you said, there has been attempts at doing this movie, and now that it's finally happening, it's just amazing.
Yeah, but aren't you sick and tired of hearing for 2 years? What? Batman and Superman are fighting? Well, that makes no sense.
Definitely.
Superman's gonna win.
I hate that. I hate it so much, and that basically comes from people who've never read the comics.
Like that guy in the computer store the other day.
Yeah.
Put him in his place.
What I always say is, like, if you you don't have to read. You just read The Dark Knight Returns or just watch the animated movie, and because they both come from a different point when it comes to justice, and it's just it doesn't matter who's gonna win. It's just they're going at it, and the fact that this is gonna be influenced by The Dark Knight Returns is very awesome, because I love older Batman, where he's not nice. He's just he's never nice.
Thank you.
But he's just brutal, basically. He's more brutal than ever. And so if you're that guy who's just like Superman could win, it's just like, no. Watch The Dark Knight Returns or go read a comic where they fight and Batman wins, because like you say all the time, because Batman, he's the brain, like he knows everything. That's what I always say. When it comes to a fight, if they're fighting for the first time, I feel like Superman would win. But if it's like, they know each other, Batman's going to win. Because if you watch Justice League Doom, for example, it's basically Batman has these plans and they get stolen. And these plans were to basically take out all the Justice League members if they went crazy or something happened.
Yeah, it was his contingency plan.
Yeah.
And you had to follow on each one how to take them out.
Yeah.
And somebody gets a hold of that.
Yeah.
And they start taking out the Justice League.
And they twist it up. And I love that animation movie so much, because the Justice League members were just like, you could have just killed us or whatever, and Batman's just like, they weren't supposed to kill you. It's just basically just to put you down for a good amount of time, just to do something with you. So I'm really looking forward to this movie, and it's so funny. I showed Mom the trailer. She's like, why are they fighting? It's just like, well, if you watched Man of Steel, you would have understood what's going on. And so
she didn't watch Man of Steel.
She didn't. She was just like, oh, it's not like the originals. It's not, she doesn't understand this whole concept of rebooting a movie when it comes to comic book characters. It's like, you gotta watch it. They reboot stuff like this just so they can modernize it and whatnot. So I was just like, you gotta watch it. So I had to explain to her what was going on. I was like, okay, you see that building coming down? That's Wayne Industries, and it's coming down. And so
that was during the time of Man of Steel when they were fighting.
And the fact that he was there, just, I.
Well, the thing is that even from the standpoint, see, this is not even a reboot.
Right.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry.
What?
Man of Steel was a reboot.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but, and what you've got to realize is that you can't take the Christopher Reeve story,
Right.
remake it, and do it again. Nobody's gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, that's what I.
Number one, Christopher Reeve's Superman was awesome
Yeah.
for the time,
Mm-hmm.
and now with the Man of Steel, that was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a total departure from, not total, but it was different from Christopher Reeve Superman when
Right.
he fought with Zod and all that stuff. Something totally different from what I was used to seeing, but it was awesome. It was
Yeah.
a great story.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that you get to see more of Krypton and some things going on there,
Right.
more of his father, and so all that background stuff was great. And like I said, I don't need to see the origin story every time.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to rehash this in another movie sometime.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was an origin story in there, but it was a different, more expanded view,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like, okay, so for the first hour we're going to sit here and show you how this. No.
Yeah.
I mean, you're wondering why the hell is he on a freaking oil rig?
Yeah.
So anyway, really well done, great story, and and now they're going to take this as their launch pad.
Yeah.
DC is, and to start cranking out these movies.
Yeah.
And I think it was great that they got Ben Affleck on board for Batman, because Christian Bale wasn't doing it anymore.
Right.
And this is Superman and it's Batman,
Yeah.
but from a comic book perspective, it's a different comic book than the Batman that we were reading with Christian Bale.
Right.
So anybody that's done the whole comic book thing, there's more than one title for every. Well, for your major superheroes, there's certainly more than one title. Good luck with the Spider-Mans. Good luck with the X-Men's. There's been different ones for Batman over the years and stuff like that. So you got to realize that we can't get enough Batman.
Right.
And you could actually probably have Christian Bale Batman. His first one coming out. And you could have this coming out at the same time. We'd go see both of them.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Run is 15 minutes before neg.
Alrighty. Because they are two separate stories.
Mm-hmm.
And they're almost two separate universes in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, because, like you said, this is a different Batman. He's at a different point in his life, different attitude, different take on the costume and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but for your mom to say that, it's not the same. Well, of course it's not the same.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go watch it if it was the same.
Right.
And if it was the same, you'd criticize it going, oh, Christopher Reeve did it better.
Exactly.
We all love Christopher Reeve.
And that's what I brought up to her too. Is like, okay, Mom, Michael Keaton Batman, different from the Batman that we had at the time, which was Christian Bale. Two different Batman, and they were not the same story. It's just like, yeah, but da da da. Come on, come on. And honestly, I think the reason why she criticizes the Man of Steel, Superman movies, because she doesn't really like Superman. So it's just like.
She doesn't like Superman.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't help you.
Then just sit home. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so I'm just like.
Go do some more hoodoo.
Of course she's gonna. Yeah, she's gonna see it regardless.
Hey, totally off topic, but tell me, who was the better? I gotta get this name before I do this. Yeah, okay. So who was the better Batman, Val Kilmer or George Clooney?
Oh God, I don't even know. I don't even want to know. I don't know. I can't decide because both of them were just not very good. I'll go with Val Kilmer.
Yeah, when George Clooney, I don't know how it happened, but anyway, when he made a good Bruce Wayne.
Yes, definitely.
But when he was Batman, he's like, I'm Batman. I'm thinking, no, you're not. You're George Clooney. I want to see him in the suit go, I'm George Clooney.
It's like Adam West all over again, basically. With that movie, that is.
Watching, again, grew up watching Adam West Batman. It was in reruns by the time I was watching. But anyway, oh my God, it was so campy and so But man, I thought that was the greatest thing ever when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It did not get any better than that. And then you look back on it and you're like, when you take Adam West Batman comparing to Christian Bale Batman, it's like, ooh, wow, how because to me, Christian Bale Batman was kind of like, it was like a mix of Batman and James Bond.
Okay.
Because
I see that.
suddenly it's like, well, yeah, it's the same thing because you've got this guy getting all these neat toys and gadgets. The only difference between him and Bond is that he had a suit to go with the gadgets.
Right.
And, he's got the Tumbler.
Mm-hmm.
Bond's got the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Personally, I want the Aston Martin over the Tumbler. But I mean, the take on it was fresh and it was new and it was a total departure from everything else. And they tried to rationalize how you could be Batman kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that, modern realistic take on it, and I use realistic lightly there, that's what made those movies so great.
Right.
But by the time you get to the last one, which was what? What was it called?
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. That was more of a thriller with a guy who dressed in a bat suit twice.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And that was, it was a good movie, but at the same time it was like, what are you trying to achieve?
Right.
I kind of, it was long and, it was a good story.
Yeah.
But maybe not the greatest Batman movie.
Right.
And trust me, you go into that movie and you're like, because the other two were really great.
Yeah.
First one was profound because it was a new take on it.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, you've got the Joker, and it's like, holy crap. And then you get to this one, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Is it over yet?
Yeah.
We got another hour?
Yeah.
Oh, when is it? When are we going to see Batman? Oh, we're not. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, at the end. Oh, and then he blows up. No, wait, I'm confused. What happened? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's over. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I just.
So.
Yeah.
But anyway, where were we at? I forgot. I'm like tangent man.
I have no idea, but okay. So speaking of Batman, who's your favorite Batman?
Long pause.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard because I'm looking at it from a different standpoint. I like Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things I liked about Michael Keaton was that you've seen Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah.
So I heard Michael Keaton was playing Batman. I'm like, that's not Bruce Wayne. He just doesn't look like Bruce Wayne in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, anytime they cast somebody to play a comic book character, I want that person to look like the comic book.
Right.
Somewhat. But I'm like, the hair is all wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a lot tall, is he?
I don't know. I think he's like 5'9", 5'11".
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
right? And I always picture Batman to be at least 6 foot something.
Yeah.
So anyway, when they announced Michael Keaton, I was like, all right, but hey, you know what? We're getting a Batman movie.
Yeah.
And the bat suit looks cool, and the Batmobile looks awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a shot. And as Bruce Wayne, oh my God, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker. Better than George Clooney.
Yeah.
George Clooney looks more like Bruce Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
but Michael Keaton was just a whole lot better in that vein, I think.
Right.
And then when you get to Christian Bale, compared to Michael Keaton, it's tough.
Yeah.
I think for me the thing about Michael Keaton was the fact that he doesn't look like he's going to be Bruce Wayne or he's going to be a good Batman.
Right.
My God, but he is.
Yeah.
And if anybody listening to this has never seen Johnny Dangerously,
Oh my God.
oh, you have to get it. Michael Keaton, I believe, started with stand-up.
Yeah.
And, more of a comedian and stuff like that. So to see him playing Batman, I was like, ah. So anyway, years ago, Tristan had never seen Johnny Dangerous. I'm like, okay, we're watching this tonight at dinner. And we watched it with my parents, his grandparents, and everything at dinner. And I'm thinking, to me this was funny, but this movie's also like 20 years old now. Is he going to find it funny? and he did. He loved
Yeah.
it. And what I learned over the years from watching old movies is that the comedies generally remain funny. The dramas, they kind of get lost on you because maybe the topic isn't something you can relate to,
Right.
or maybe it's not a modern day societal issue of some sort.
Yeah.
But Johnny Dangerously. Oh my God, you gotta see that. Especially, I mean, there's so many.
It's the greatest thing ever.
There's so many stupid little things in that movie, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those movies it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
So come back around, you know, Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. I would say also, you know, Adam West. I mean, that was my first experience with Batman.
Mm.
And so I think for that genre, he did a good job.
Yeah.
When you look at Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer and George Clooney,
Right.
there's no doubt it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
You can't compare Adam West to Michael Keaton and Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's was a very serious take on it, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, if I had to pick one, Michael Keaton or Christian Bale,
Yeah.
that'd be tough. And I'm not going to choose. And I will tell you that, you know, for me, Ben Affleck, when I think Ben Affleck, I think of Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's not fair to Ben Affleck for that.
Right.
And I haven't really seen a Ben Affleck movie in eternity.
Hmm.
But, you know, open mind, you start looking at some of the other stuff he's done recently. You know, when I first heard that he was going to play Batman. And, you know, so, you know, an open mind, you start listening and you start looking at things and you realize that, you know, he is a good actor. He's not like George Clooney where every role George Clooney ever plays, he's George Clooney.
Yeah.
Except for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes.
And then
Oh my God.
what was that movie? Something about rewind before returning, or I can't remember. Anyway, it was a movie with him and Brad Pitt. But anyway, so
Ocean's 11.
no,
Oh.
that was the no, it was this crazy comedy thing.
Oh, The Man Who Stare at Ghosts.
No, no. He was George Clooney in that one. It's he's in it. Brad Pitt's in it. Rewind before or something. I have to look it up so I can do two things at once here. But anyway, what I was getting at is that yeah. So having an open mind, looking at Ben Affleck and things he's done, and like I said, I haven't seen a whole lot of Ben Affleck movies lately.
Right.
He's not somebody that would draw me to a movie.
Right.
But I realized that, you know, he's done a lot of stuff and he's a good actor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very possible that, you know, his portrayal of Batman, I mean, that might also become one of my favorites. But I think that his Batman, Christian Bale's Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, they're all
That's not your phone.
they're all different.
Yeah.
They're different genres. It's hard to compare them. But when you take Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and George Clooney, they all played the same character in the same genre and everything else, in the same series essentially. So it's easy to compare them, but I think Christian Bale's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman will be very similar, and you'll be able to compare those two.
Yeah.
But I think it's just hard to go back and compare them to Keaton or Adam West and things like that.
Right. I mean, if I had to choose my favorite Batman, it's hard. I mean, I like Christian Bale, but I gotta go with Michael Keaton because he was the first Batman that I was exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him, and then Adam West, and then all of that. But of course, there is a little nudge in picking my favorite Batman because my favorite Batman comes from the cartoon, and that's Kevin Conroy. He's basically the voice of Batman in the Arkham games, and it's just like, he may not be the live action Batman, but it's just that voice. Like it's very, very different, very good, and whatnot. So I love it. I mean, he's just my favorite Batman. The voice acting is just great. So yeah,
So that George Clooney movie I was talking about,
yeah.
Burn After Reading.
Burn After Reading.
If you haven't seen that one,
Oh.
that was great. I think George Clooney in that movie pretends to be like a CIA agent when he's actually not,
Right.
because he's trying to get some woman or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was a great movie, and it's got a lot of good actors in it too.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, John
Mhm.
Malkovich, Tilda Swinton's in it.
Wow.
Richard Jenkins, you may not know his name, but you know his face. J.K. Simmons.
Oh.
So if you haven't seen that one, I'd recommend that one too.
Right.
It was funny, and you know, a lot of people at one point probably would say that Brad Pitt, you know, did well in movies because he's a pretty boy. He's a really talented actor,
Yeah.
and when he does comedic roles, that's the best. Anyway.
Yeah. There's nothing that doesn't get me excited for Batman versus Superman. I mean, I just love the concept of this whole, you know, people trying to either trust Superman or go against him and whatnot. I love that controversy in this movie. And I especially love Ben Affleck's Batman because of the suit. I love the suit. Like, that's definitely my favorite bat suit of all time on screen. Because it's very different. It's just like the suit. It's very like comic book. The suit is one color, and then you got the cowl and everything else another color. And I don't think we've ever seen that before. I mean, I think we have with Batman and Robin, but I just don't even want to think about that movie. But
you have a point.
Yeah, it's just I love it, and the fact that it kind of like his cowl looks like a one-piece cowl, and apparently he can move his neck, and
Yeah.
you're saying it's a two-piece cowl because
It's two-piece cowl.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'll keep saying it's a one-piece cowl, but it is.
It looks, the way they designed it, it very much looks like a one-piece cowl.
Yeah.
But if you look very carefully, you can see that the actual cowl itself is basically like a high collar.
Right.
But the headpiece that he wears with it very tightly integrates with it, so that if he's just standing, like right there in that picture we're looking at right now, where he's standing there looking straight ahead, it looks like a one-piece cowl.
Yeah.
There's a very fine line. You can tell it's two-piece, but I don't think you'd have the desired effect with a true, real one-piece cowl. As far as his movement and turning his head and things like that, it would look kind of funny because it would like gape and gap up in points, and
right.
We're used to a reality that's not real. When it comes to the comic book heroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that's my least favorite Batman costume. The ears aren't pointy enough.
Right.
But this harkens back to like the original Batman.
Yeah.
And he didn't have those.
So you're more of a long ears kind of person when it comes to Batman.
I would say I am medium.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen the long ones.
Yeah.
But
they can get long.
It's like, is that like a CB antenna or something? What is that? I mean, see, now, if you are familiar with the Batman Arkham Origins cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, that is perfect. They're probably about double the height. They're nice and sharp and pointy.
Yeah.
Compared to what's going to be in the movie. That to me is my favorite Batman headpiece.
Okay.
Now, yeah, I'm used to the one-piece cowl.
Right.
I mean, as reading a comic book, it's all you ever see. I think that with Christian Bale's Batman, that was a direct nod, I think, to Michael Keaton.
Right. Yeah.
Michael Keaton is the one who said, they asked him about wearing a bat suit. He's like, it's blah, blah, blah. But he goes, yeah, but you can't turn your head. You can kind of look a little bit that way and that way. And if you watch the movie, there are times where he's like, it's like, I'm like, neat pose. I'm like, oh, it's not a neat pose. You just can't turn your head, so you got to like arch back.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really neat with Christian Bale. He goes out in the bat suit at one point, and he comes back, and he's like, I can't turn my head. I'm like, yeah. So they came up with the concept of basically kind of like a helmet, with the neck guard and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or the high, I don't know what it was exactly, but it's a neat concept. But to me, and I like Christian Bale Batman, don't get me wrong, but that helmet, see, from your little points, if you're Batman, the points on top of your head, they come all the way down, it comes straight down to your neck.
Yeah.
Christian Bale, get the points, and then Christian Bale looked like he was wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
I have an issue with that.
Right.
But you let it go, especially considering the way they were doing it.
Yeah.
So I let that go. You shouldn't see Batman's neck and head, a distinction between the two.
Right.
So what I do like about this costume is that technically it's a two-piece cowl, but it looks like a one-piece cowl.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like he's wearing a helmet.
Right.
Christian Bale clearly looks like he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why when I refer to this Batman, I say the headpiece, because I don't know exactly what you call it. I'm just going to call it the headpiece. It's not a mask, because to me a mask is only the front, this is the whole back. But the thing is that it has the look of the comic book.
Right, yeah.
There are just certain things you cannot create in real life that you can draw in a book. Okay? You could always CGI the one-piece cowl.
Yeah.
But look, CGI is wonderful and it's an amazing thing. Don't get me wrong. Love it. Yeah. I'm amazed that the Transformers looks the way they did.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously, that's you really don't have big giant cars? Okay, whatever. So, CGI's come a long way. They do some great stuff with it.
Yeah.
And, looking at a picture right now, it looks great.
Yeah.
And even though he's got the little nubs for the ears, I do like that. But my preference has always been the taller ones.
Right.
But I'm looking more at how they're going to do the movie.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of the suit itself, it does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not something that's going to be a takeaway for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, can't wait.
Yeah.
And they've done a really good job, I think, holding to. Now, what style is that?
Which one?
In Batman vs Superman.
What do you mean?
In other words, is that going back to the original? Is that New 52?
That's Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Especially that big chested.
Oh yeah, that
emblem.
big giant. I hate that. I hate that thing. And again, I liked Michael Keaton's. Had a really good bat logo on the chest there. I like that one. That's more my preference.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's my preference. I don't hate it. It doesn't take away from it.
Right.
And I love how when he's got the suit that he uses to fight Superman, he's still got little nubs.
Yeah.
It's like when he was telling him to make it, hey, make sure that's not too tall. But I think that Ben Affleck is going to do a good job.
Yeah.
Because I think he's proven himself over the years. He's a really good actor. And like I said, I tend to think him in Kevin Smith movies. Yeah. Especially, which one? Where him and he's the angel.
Dogma.
Love Dogma.
Oh man.
Alanis Morissette is God. That was awesome. It's another topic for another time.
Such a great, it's a good time to be alive when you're a comic book nerd. You get all these movies, and nothing from the first looks. They may be disappointing, but when you see the movie, it might just be the greatest thing ever. Except Fantastic Four. So.
Well, and I say what you're fortunate to see is that my generation is in control now.
Right.
And we're the ones that. Is it the Silver Age? I can never keep my comic ages straight. But whatever it is, probably maybe a generation ahead of me.
Yeah.
My generation, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We're in control. We grew up with a lot of comic books. We grew up where technology was starting to come of age.
Right.
Star Wars looked pretty good back in the day. It still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But, technology's come a long way. So now we can make all these things happen.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the nerds are in charge. Mm-hmm. And even people that you think are not nerds are closet nerds, or they like the things that nerds like.
Right.
and as an audience, we just eat this stuff up.
Yeah.
We can't get enough of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds made a comment, or somebody extrapolated from something he said that, pretty soon the moviegoers are going to get tired of the superhero movies, and I wouldn't doubt that. It's a genre, and that's pretty much what he was saying, like horror or anything else. But I think so long as they keep cranking out good stories, and the movies are well made, and we're still in that, like possibly realistic type thing. Yeah. I think the movies will still keep doing well. But then again, you got to figure my generation's got a good, probably another good 20, 30 years of making decisions.
Right.
And from them making the decisions and us wanting to go watch them, I mean, good to go. I'm waiting for them to do a reboot and get it right for G.I. Joe.
Oh. No. We're not... I feel like we're not that far from it. Someone's gonna...
Second movie. Alright. The first one didn't do too good. How can we make the second one better? I know. We'll kill off all the G.I. Joes. Great idea! Oh, we can't do that, though. No, we can. We'll bring in The Rock. He'll save the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go. Okay, just let's reboot it, put it in the past, and move forward. Yeah. And anybody's listening that ever gets any kind of input in the movie going forward, you do not have to make up characters.
Right.
G.I. Joe had a gajillion characters. Bad guys and good guys. No need to make it up. All you do, contact somebody like me who has every figure ever made. I'll show you what Snake Eyes looks like. I'll show you what Lady J, who in the movie is just J, should look like. I got all the information. I have all the toys, everything. The only thing I don't still have, well, I never had, was the aircraft carrier. Oh my God. But it kills me when you have such a body of work to pull from.
Yeah.
Not only do you have a toy, but you also had a comic book. You have source material for days to pull from. And what do? You totally screw it up. I mean, you're I can go on for hours about that. And then again, that's what kills me. I don't understand why when you have all this rich source material, why you ignore it. And if you look at fan art, whether it's a video on YouTube or a story that somebody writes, do they trash the original?
No.
Never. So maybe we're at a point where we need to get like some fan art type people together to put some of these movies together, or to be creative consultants and say, hey, we're the studio, we're going to come up with a story and we're going to write it. But you fanboys out there making the, fan art or whatever it is, you help us make sure that we keep within the guides of the realm of the story, of the feeling of the characters and the storyline and what it all is about. I mean, because I was like, G.I. Joe 2, the costumes, awesome, were dead on. They were awesome. And Ray Stevenson as Firefly, oh my God, almost saves the entire movie in my mind. But then you kill off all the G.I. Joes. Yeah, they were that stupid to get caught up like that. Okay, whatever, boneheads. Kill me.
So that's been Spoiler Appetite. My name is Tristan.
My name is Silent Bob. No, I'm Chris.
And we're signing off.